Okay, who's going to get the crowd favorite of this game? You guys are the ones to decide. DJ Pork's taking the vote once again. And already he's going to be running into some combat with Azunan. Azunan going into the cabin to take a look at the map now, realizing that Porks is very close. Here we have DJ Porks landing 3 shots onto Azunan, one of those being headshot, and he will take first blood onto Azunan. Azunan, unfortunately, coming in 8th place. DJ Porks with the early armor craft. What's he going to get in the chest? It will be a piece of leather. Justice going to be walking into some action with White Reaper. He's now equipped his golden Spartacus skin. Showing off his victory and his power to everybody else in the game. 7, not quite knowing what he's doing. Just looking around, harvesting wood. This isn't Minecraft, this is Darwin Project. Justice doing the same, but Justice spicing it up with the log harvest over a bridge of lava. Let's start off the game with a nice zone closure. Seven taking the teleporter into the northwest zone.
The show director is now closing a zone.
With you guys wanting to close the center zone. DJ Porks very, very close to source now. He doesn't quite spot the pulses, but he was playing very risky, crafting his fire on the bridge over the lava. Spotting the map, the source is very close. He doesn't seem to want to fight, he is just going to look to escape. Source doesn't quite spot him.
Center zone is now forbidden.
But may soon find himself in some action. He does find DJ Porks. Porks activating the invincibility, which is a very bad idea. That would be Source taking out DJ Porks with a lava kill. Now Source is free to collect the electronic. He just checked the map. Everybody is split. Source crafting the teleport, hopefully to get towards other players a lot closer, but instead using it in order to secure the final electronic. Justice making his way up into the eastern zone. Gonna stop by and collect the electronic on the way. All players now.
East zone is about to be forbidden.
Very, very far from one another. Justice. I don't know what Justice is doing.
A new electronic is available.
Maybe he scared the deer away. Maybe he came back to join. Who knows, but he will be going back into the southern eastern zone. Just to stay safe. Harvesting wood on the way. But we are missing a fight from Reaper and Alucard. Reaper with the track on Alucard. Oh, having the trap. He does lose Alucard connecting the axe swing onto Reaper.
East zone.
Fortunately unable to pick up,
5 zones.
and then that will be Alucard
5
unfortunately
players
dying.
remaining.
But White Reaper looking strong. All players pretty far from one another. Not quite worth closing a zone just yet. But we're going to do it anyway. I do recommend closing the northeast zone. That will force Mr. Stork towards both Reaper and Source.
The show director is
But
now
players will be
closing
closing the zone on Justice, who will be able to secure the
A
electronic
new electronic is available.
and then power leap away. Justice is going to be looking for the teleport, which will bring you into the zone with Source and Reaper. We will be having some action very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Southeast zone is now forbidden.
Stork is just going to be looting in the northeast, which will allow Reaper to track him if the Reaper does come deep into the zone. But Justice has just entered the teleport. We'll be crafting a fire. Source not in a position to see the flames from the fire just yet. He does spot them. He knows there is a player nearby.
Northeast
Mr.
zone
Stork
is about
now
to be forbidden.
making his way into the danger pit. Reaper does also see the flames. Come into the map to check who it is. Will he run or will he stay? Justice. He is Source. Source not realising that he's behind. With the axe deflect. Players using traps. Justice sees the tripwire. And he's going to be very cautious now that he knows that Source is using traps. Placing a few of his own and getting the track onto Source. He is going to put himself in a much better position. All players now converging together.
Northeast zone.
I think you guys might want to nuke.
3 zones remaining. zone.
The northwest zone is now being nuked. Are players going to stick around and fight, or will they all create a truce just to survive the area? We do have Mr. DS making his way. He will be trapping the cabins on the edge of the zone. Justice and Mr. Stark playing it safe on the edge, but we still have Reaper and Source fighting very close.
Has landed on
Reaper
northwest
might
zone.
have just helped Source out there. All players will be fighting on the edge. All players now. They are all on the edge of the zone.
A new
Everyone's
trunk
surviving
is
the
available.
nuclear blast. But we are Mr. DS close to White Reaper. He will be chasing him down. Who do you guys think is going to come out of this as the victor? 5 players remaining, all very, very close to one another. White Reaper taking the crowd favourite by a single vote, followed by Justice. Reaper does need a fire to keep warm. Justice stuck in the middle between DS and Source now. Players making the way, but Source is going to be following the footsteps. He may even go for the item to track up there. Was being tracked himself. He will get the track onto Mr. DS. And he doesn't want to fight just yet. Reaper revealing his location to everybody as he is taking the electronic. But all players have now spread apart. We don't have any zone closures to help aid the progress. White Reaper though, still the crowd favourite.
Southwest zone is about to be forbidden.
Justice on the edge, seeing the fumes from the fire. But doesn't seem to manage to deflect the arrow. He does get Source in the tripwire, but Source has activated his invincibility. Now being playing games around the cabin, but Source is going to look to evade. But Justice using his teleport to chase him down. Both players now fighting. Justice missing the shot. We do have Reaper coming into Vulture. Over the top. He just get axed by Justice.
Southwest zone
Breaking the
is
armor.
now forbidden. 2 zones remain. A new electronic is available.
Reaper falling into the cage trap of Justice, which will allow Justice to chase down Source to try and prevent Reaper from getting the Vulture kill. Source looking to get the kill from atop. Unable to do so, he will fall into the tripwire. That will be Source taking the kill onto Reaper.
Nice one.
Remaining.
Reaper now taking 5th place. And Source taking himself a kill. Justice now only on 250 HP. Source just slightly higher. Unable to get any traps laid down, but they will deflect out shots. Source missing the teleaxe, but does pop invincibility. Now all Justice can do at the moment is knock him away and wait for that invincibility to wear down. Justice now falling into the tripwire, but he will use his power leap to escape. Justice now gliding away to safety. He's very, very low HP. Players now spreading apart. Justice using the medkit. He sees Source. Source sees him, trying to fire shots. Source missing everything that he's putting in, but he does have the track onto Justice. Both players similar HP. This is an even fight. Justice pops a speed potion, deflects the arrow from Source. But Source, he hits the teleaxe. Mr. Stork coming out of nowhere to come in Vulture. The only thing better in this situation could be a Blood Moon Gravity Storm. Mr. Stork staying around for the kill onto Source. Both players. We got Mr. DS with Justice. Both crouching at each other. What DS could do right now is shoot that electronic, which will cause Justice to go flying in the air and hopefully land a couple of shots. But that is Source getting away from Mr. Stork right now.
West zone is now forbidden. Final
Mr.
zone.
Stork about to start taking cold damage. We are going to warm him up.
Warm up zone report.
We do not want to end this game anytime soon. Justice. Now alone, he can take the electronic. But we do have 4 players, 1 zone. Who's going to come out alive? The only abilities we have are to give players wood. Not any abilities that are beneficial in this situation. We have Source trying to take the electronic. That was Mr. DS trying to find a shot onto Source. But Source using his invincibility to prevent any damage, whilst he did craft his 3rd and final electronic. Justice coming up behind Mr. Stork. He's got a rough idea of where he is now as soon as the Blood
A
Moon
new
has just
electronic
ended.
is available.
Mr. DS just camping around the electronic, giving away his position now. With someone from above taking shots, but Justice falling into Mr. Stork's tripwire. Doesn't quite land into his cage trap that he set up. Trading the axe shot. Mr. Stork is now further down the hill. Justice falling into the cage trap.
What is going on?
But he does have his invincibility activated. And he will be escaping the grasps of Mr. Stork. All players very close to one another now. Justice missing the swing onto Source. Falls into the tripwire, and that will be Justice. Source securing another kill, but Justice did get wiped into 4th position. We have Mr. DS knocking Source into the Forbidden Zone. Just waiting on the edge. He does have a few tripwires set up around the base. Mr. Stork, above all, he does have the higher ground. Doesn't seem to be looking for the shots though. We'll be setting up a few traps in the zone. And unfortunately, trying to look for the Vulture. All players quite high on HP now. But Mr. DS comes with the axe swing onto Source. Connects the first, can't quite do anything else. We have Stork with Source in the Forbidden Zone, but Mr. DS knocking Stork into the zone. Source will be soon to die. Looking for the shots, he does land one onto Mr. DS. Looking for the axe swing from behind. That will be Source to secure yet another kill.
2 players remaining.
Wipe Mr. DS into 3rd place. Mr. Stork with the invincibility up will take extra knockback damage. But does Source see the cage trap on the other side of the zone? I don't think he does. Landing the headshot followed up with the headshot with the uppercut axe swing, which takes Source up to a whole nother level.